Welcome Kronvik fans, motorcycle fans, US fans. Today I want to provide the second part of the video called how to get a registration in the US without a permanent US resident address. I produced yesterday the German version, and now, as promised yesterday, the German version, the English version will follow today. So what's the topic for today? As I mentioned, the topic should be how to get a registration for a vehicle when I'm traveling to the US, like a European guy or an Australian guy or wherever you live outside the US. And on the other hand, I want to ask my US buddies about the experience in the different states. Is it possible in your state to register a vehicle, a motorcycle, a car, an RV, as a non-resident without a social number, without a permanent address, without the US driver license? And for a short explaining, one step behind or one step back, as you may be seen in my other videos, I've traveled a few weeks ago through Alaska and Canada, and before this vacation I have to decide how I want to travel. There were three possibilities on the table for me. The first one was to rent a motorcycle. The second one was to bring my own motorcycle with a shipping company to the US. And the third possibility was to buy one. Short explanation to that. The first possibility to rent a motorcycle was after discussion with my buddy who was with me in Alaska and Canada, not longer our favorite, because when you rent a motorcycle you're not able to do one-way travels like we do from Anchorage, Alaska to Vancouver, Canada. You have to travel 4,500 kilometers, and that's roughly 3,000 miles, and the rent companies don't allow one-way travels. And if you have other cities maybe in the US where you want to do one-way travels, it's very, very expensive. And on the other hand, that was also more important than the first topic. The rent companies don't allow to drive on gravel roads, and like in Alaska, the Denali Highway, the Top of the World Highway, and also in Canada, the other highways like Cassia Highway and so on. And we decided that we want to travel on gravel roads because we think it's that's one of the most important thing to do there, because we haven't such gravel roads in Germany, and we wanted to travel on that roads, as you've maybe seen on my little videos at the Top of the World Highway or Denali Highway. So the first possibility to rent a motorcycle was off the table, and the second possibility was to bring our own motorcycle to the US. And it's possible, but you have to invest roughly 2,500 euros. That means $2,800 for bring it to the US and get it back from the US. The transport is easy. There are some shipping companies they are doing that with a roll-on roll-off service on a roll-on roll-off ship, or with loading in a container into the container. But I planned for more than one travel, and because it's not valuable to spend so much money for one travel, so I decided to let my bike in the US, to store it between the different sections of the travel when I'm back at home here in Germany. But there's a rule that hinder me to do that. There's a US rule that when you bring a vehicle into the US, you got an exemption from the customs because of some exhaust things, and with that exemptions the vehicle have to leave the US always when the driver is leaving. Some guys told me in forums, it doesn't matter, you can leave it there, and nobody wants to control that. And other guys told me, oh, it's tricky, better leave with your motorcycle. And I decided the second one because I want to travel in the next years, also in the US. I don't want to get in trouble with the customs. So that was a reason. I have to calculate 2,500 euros for a transport for one travel, and that was not valuable to me. So the second possibility was to buy a motorcycle, and we decided for that. And if you see the videos, I've bought a KLR 650 in Alaska at a huge motorcycle dealer there, and it was so easy to get a registration. We were a little bit afraid to get a registration and an insurance, and the dealer said, don't worry, it's so easy in Alaska, and you need only address, not your home address. So only address, and only address. And he used his address where the dealer's attendant living. Yeah? So I've got also the title here, and the title is, my name is inside here, and on the address is the address where the dealer or the attendant of the dealer is living. So that's very interesting. And the second part is also interesting. He didn't ask for an insurance. He said to us, it's our problem if you have an insurance or not. We checked your insurance item before in Germany, and I've jumped on progressive.com, and I've checked it, and they are insure also European guys without a resident address in the US. And so it was easy to get an insurance for me for $100 a year, 80 euros a year. And also it was very easy to get the registration. The guy from the dealer went to the DMV next day. Okay, he just checked our IDs. Yeah, okay, that we are really the guys who bought the motorcycles, and then we get the registration and the license plate and so on. Yeah, and when the registration stickers or the registration ballot expires next year, he organized new stickers for me and sent it me by mail, and so I can put it again on the license plate when I'm back again in Vancouver, and then I got a fresh registration with the Alaska plate. So as a conclusion, two things should go out in this video. First, the hint for other European or Australian or whatever, wherever you live, buddies who want to travel to the US. You can buy, I've got experience in Alaska, you can register a vehicle there, no problem, don't worry about that. And the second is, this goes out to my US buddies, do you have experience in your states, in your different states? Is it possible to get a registration as an European alien without a resident address, a US resident address, without a license, without a social number, without a US driver license? I'm very interested in. Maybe you can leave a comment, and in the best case we've got 50 comments from 50 states if it's possible or not. So thanks again, and I hope it was not too boring for you, my little explanation here. And greetings from Germany on that beautiful summer day. That's we've got end of June, and we've got 35 degrees Celsius. I don't know exactly how many Fahrenheit that are, but it's very hot for Germany in June. It's the hottest June since they're collecting weather dates here in Germany, since 100 and X years. I don't know exactly when they're starting collecting weather dates, but it's very hot for Germany for June. And yeah, that's also the reason I'm sitting here on my terrace today and not in front of some vehicles on the driveway or in the garage or whatever. So thanks for watching, thanks for your interesting, and I'm very excited about your comments if it's possible to get a registration as a European guy with a non-resident address in your state. Thanks again, and until next time, bye bye.